It's Takeaways with BDP1. We owe you 2 big game wrap-ups. Come on, son. Like and subscribe below. Now let's go. Last night, the NBA tipped off with 2 great Western Conference matchups. The Lakers versus the defending champion Nuggets, and Golden State versus the Phoenix Suns. Tonight we have a full slate, but the games to definitely watch are Boston versus the New York Knicks and the Spurs against the Mavericks. Keep watch for the full NBA wrap-up and my quick takes. On Sunday Night Football, the Eagles hosted the Dolphins. For each of them, arguably their most challenging games of the season thus far. Though Philadelphia won by 2 touchdowns, Hurts added 2 more turnovers to his 7-game total and is now tied for the most interceptions to this point. The Eagles were able to pressure Tua, but many are leaving out the fact that he was missing a center along with left guard and tackle. That's nearly impossible to overcome. Surprisingly, Miami was able to hold Philadelphia to less than 100 yards rushing, but with themselves held to under 50. Both defenses racked up 3 sacks and an interception. We'll come back to Philly shortly. In the Monday night matchup, San Francisco traveled to Minnesota to see if Purdy could make up for last week's stunning loss to Cleveland. In a word, no. Kirk Cousins, who's not known for having great primetime outings, had his best game of the season, posting 378 passing yards on 35 of 45 attempts, with 2 touchdowns and a pick, which was on his first possession. Purdy, who was being called an MVP candidate until last week, struggled yet again without Deebo Samuel in the lineup, adding 2 more interceptions to his season total. McCaffrey had 96 yards from scrimmage, including a 35-yard TD reception and another on the ground. He now owns the NFL record for most consecutive games with at least 1 TD scored. The 49ers schedule looks to get a bit harder in the upcoming weeks, starting with games against the Bengals at home and in Jacksonville against the Jaguars. Everyone wanted to see if Purdy could produce under adverse conditions. So far, the answer is no. I told you we'd get back to Philadelphia, and I'll leave you with this question. Why are sports pundits and fans giving Jalen Hurts a pass when he's tied for the most interceptions with 10 games remaining? He only had 6 picks total last year. He already has 8 this season, not including 2 lost fumbles. FS1's LaShawn Shady McCoy said, when asked how it's different with Dak, answered that Hurts was an MVP runner-up and at least got to the Super Bowl last year. Hey LaShawn, runner-up is just the top loser. Let's be consistent. If you're gonna go out here trying to get clicks, post that in the disclaimer in the title. Sometimes your Forrest Gump takes go a little too far. So let's keep that same energy, Homer Simpson. All the hate for Dak. He only fought back from one of the 3 most horrific QB injuries in NFL history, including himself, Alex Smith, and Joe Theismann. Jalen ranks one of the highest on the chart of injury predictions for QBs. His strength is outside the pocket, extending plays, and I just know that Eagles fans should be hoping and praying that he doesn't have some bad luck. Think I'm wrong? Tell me in the comments below. I'll be back to put the haters in jail, but until then, it's DC4L, baby. 1.